So we're starting today, as you are, with the roller from your head to your tail. Be sure your head is completely supported, so definitely up a little bit. Great. And 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you do notice that your head is falling back, your chin is higher than your forehead, it might be worthwhile grabbing a towel or another yoga mat to just place something under the back of your skull so you're more comfortable here for your neck as you're laying down. So we're starting with the roller lengthways here, and we'll just do a little bit of opening the chest first. So you can start with the arms extended out in a T. Your waist is floating off the mat, arms extended out, back of your hands to the floor, and then rock slightly side to side, shifting your weight from one foot to the other, and letting your body curve around the curve under you on top of the roller. Slow it down so you really feel that massage into the scapula and into the SI joints as you go to one side and then to the other. And try to leave the back of your hand like glued to the floor there, so as you move away from each hand, you get that pull in that side of your chest. And then we can come back to center, feet about 4 to 5 inches apart, slightly in front of your knees. Inhaling, embrace the air above your chest, let the shoulders drop, and then also widen your back. And then exhale, pull the arms apart. Trying to feel balance here on the roller without being stiff or rigid. So you're floating here, you're floating on around in like the Gulf of Mexico or a pool, something without a lot of waves. And just feel the water move gently under you, but you still stay looking up at the sky. So here we are, because balance isn't about stiffening and holding completely still. It's about coming away from center and pulling back in. So we're balanced here. If you really feel it steady, the feet wider makes it a little easier. If you want more of a challenge, narrow your legs, narrow your feet. And the next time we lift the arms, we'll leave them here pointed up to the ceiling. And take an inhale and let the hands reach as high as they'll go, and then exhale, pull the blades down. To shrug the shoulders up towards the sky, and then release them down towards the earth. Shrug again to feel this pull on your upper back, and also your neck muscles here at the back of the body. And when the shoulder blades lower, you feel the stretch in the front of your throat. See how big of a movement you can make without over forcing it, just explore the size of this movement. And exhale to let the blades fall again. We'll inhale to turn the palms forward, and exhale to glide the arms forward down at your side, reaching for the end of your mat where your feet are. We lift the arms up on the inhale to 90 degrees, and exhale stretch them back behind you. Inhale to lift the arms now, and then exhale to stretch them forward. They move in parallel in unison in perfect symmetry. Gliding up, going up to the top of the rainbows, and then down back to the ground. And again, reaching here, and then gliding the arms forward, pressing the air down under your arms. Your gaze is up and then slightly forward. You may need to adjust the position of your head, just so the neck feels really relaxed as it's supported here in its natural arch off the roller surface. And one more time. Going forward with the arms, stretch them as long as you can away from your ears, and then lift them away from the shoulder blades, and then the blades slide towards your waist as the arms go back. Now lift the arms up to the ceiling, turn. We'll actually just bring one arm back, right arm by your ear, and one arm forward. And we'll switch the arms here, gently down. To sweep them in opposite directions, they pass in the midair. Breathing here, and inhale for one direction, and an exhale to switch. Feel it stretch in your chest and also in your back. Notice how you feel elongated here in your waistline, front, back, and side. And one more time. Both arms to the sky, and then exhale both arms at your side. Bend your elbows, hands to your shoulders, and scoop the elbows in, up, out wide, around and down. Circling the arms here on either side of your body. Your images here with the arms flowing through the air. Lift and circle around and down. Really massage out that space between your shoulders. And one more in this direction. Complete your circle, now reverse it. Put around and forward, and we'll do that again. Just shrug the shoulders as much as you want to. Get some release in any neck tension you might be holding from your day, from your week, from this year. And one more circle here. Extending the arms along your side, palms down, we lift the arms in unison up and back by your ears, and exhale to circle around and forward. Turn the palms down and reach the arms up and back. And circle again. Big sweep of the arms out into space. Press the arms behind you, circle forward, and then we'll reverse. Palms spread open, fingers spread wide, the arms circle back, and exhale and round forward. Press the arms down. So you stretch out and sweep the arms back, and then you push them forward. One more time. All the way back now, and then all the way forward and down. All right. From here, we are going to work into a little bit of core work too. So with your arms at your side, elbows grounded, palms grounded, fingers spread open at your side, we'll pull the right knee up into your chest and then exhale, pull the left leg up also. So we're going into a frog position, heels together, toes apart, knees open with the width of your hips. And then we'll inhale to stretch the legs up on a high diagonal. And then exhale, frog back in. And we stretch the legs again. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. They may or may not touch, that's fine. But you want to keep the heel connection here, the inside edges of the heels press lightly in so you feel that work through the inside line of your legs. And of course, you want to stay aligned here with the heels matching up to your central axis. So if you think about a line from your nose to your sternum, to your navel, to the pubic symphysis, to the heels, you're staying right there with that, so you're not drifting to one side or the other, but you're staying as close to your balance point as possible. Now we'll bring the legs together, soft point with your feet, the toes pointing down, and you reach out. And again, you can go pretty high, or you can go lower. If you start to feel like you want a little bit more work, take your legs lower. We'll give you more work into the abdominal wall. You just want to be careful that you're not taking the legs so low that you pull your back arch additionally. Right. So hold your balance here, and find that this angle of your legs is challenging but not overwhelming for your body. And you can, change it, right? If you go, oh, I'm getting a little warmed up, I can try to go lower. Or you can think to yourself, well, maybe I'll try it lower and it's not right, so I'll go back to taking it higher. Just like explore your body, you know what feels right. Pay attention. And then we come in, flex your feet, and push out through your heels. So you're going to push with your heels and then drag the heels back in. Imagine that you're moving through mud here, that your heels are digging into the dirt and pushing it away. Dig a little deeper and then drag that trench in towards your tail. And keep the legs together if possible. Edges of the knees, edges of the feet. As you move. And again, if your body is tiring, take the legs a little higher. Always pause and rest as well. As you're pressing here, the arms press into the ground here at your side. Another way to make this exercise more difficult would be to straighten the arms, elbows off the ground, maybe just having your palms to the floor, or even just your fingertips, right? Because then you're going to feel more work to hold your balance. You keep pumping the legs, and then pull them on in. Take a little break here. Exhale to lower your feet to the ground. Separate the knees, and rock a little here. Just massage out that area. Particularly think about the area by your sacrum. And in fact, if you think you misjudged the height of your legs, you can leave your elbows on the ground, pull the right knee into your chest, just give yourself a little stretch in that part of your low back. And then you lower the foot down, spread the foot into the ground, and then pull the left leg in. Like you're doing half of a child's pose here on your back. And then exhale to lower it down. Next, we're bringing The right knee in. Exhale, bring the left leg to, and extend the legs up to the sky. Now here, inhale to point the feet, exhale to flex. So heel ball toe and toe ball heel. So reach up through the heel, reach for the metatarsals, the balls of your feet, and then the toes point up. Toes pull down, flex at the ankle. That looks good. To really articulate the foot, try to work as many of the joints, as many of the muscles in the foot and in the lower leg as possible here. When you point, it's as if you're cupping a baseball or softball into the bottom of the arch. And then when you flex, lift up through the heel and drop down through your tail and your sit bones to increase the length of the back of your legs. And we'll do one more. Inhale to point, exhale to flex. And then bend the knees into your chest once more. Well, looking good. Everyone feeling okay? Yes. All right. And now we'll take the legs up here, externally rotate. So here, the side split becomes more difficult than it does with the roller across under your sacrum. That is an option as well. But we're going to take the legs apart sideways. Move slowly, just be sure the legs are equidistant from center. And exhale, press through your arms, lift the feet up, tap the heels together along your central line, and then pull the legs apart again. And then exhale and close, working from the top of the inner thigh to move the legs, to move the feet. And we'll bring both legs open. Exhale to close them. And do that once more. Try to have them work exactly at the same pace, the same distance from center. Now leave the left leg in the air. This will be more difficult. So we're going to take the right leg out to the side. Really press with your arms into the mat, the side of your body, and then exhale to pull that leg up. Take your time, bring it back to center. And now the left leg, you're still in turn out here. So bring the left leg out. You're not going to go as far, probably, as you did when the other leg was out, doing a counterbalance action for you. So here we go again, back to center, and then the right leg sweeps down in an arc. Lengthen, exhale, and pull it up. Take your time, you want to feel this work in your core, in your arms, in your legs. And the right leg is vertical, the left leg is up to the side. And exhale, pull it back. If you go too far, you might slide off. It's not far. Just try to land softly. Exhale to lift. And one more time for the left. And exhale, bring it up. Hold your knees in, lower your feet, and then slide both legs forward. Separate the legs and go to an external rotation, and then bring your arms back by your ears, back with your hands towards the ground. Maybe the fingers, maybe the knuckles, maybe the back of the head reaching there, depending on how open you are here for the front chest. All right, and then we can slide the legs back. Bring your arms at your side, and we slide off the roller. Nice. So here, take it across the mat. We'll just do a couple of reflection extension here. Work it into your upper arm curls. So you lean back right at the tip of the blades. And then your belly is sinking down, your tail is curved up, your hands behind your head. Look into your belly, pull the elbows down and in to give a little stretch to the back of your neck. And then we'll bring the gaze up the wall to the ceiling, and behind you, the elbows fall open as you arch the spine over the roller. And then chin to chest, use the hands to tip the head up, the weight of it supported. Pull the elbows together so that you widen across the blades. And here's your chance, right? You can adjust, moving it a little bit closer to the neck for a little less extension, moving a little closer towards the waist for more extension. Just see where your pivot point is in your body. And enjoy this movement here. So as you go back, your tail is also sinking into the floor, the head drops down towards the ground, elbows open wide and sink to the floor as well. Coming up, flexion, chin to chest, down your nose at your abs, pull your elbows down and curl the tail up towards the ceiling. Your back's a little more rounded here towards the ground. And one more time, arching back. Let your hip fall back into the ground, into gravity, and then exhale. Pull it up, using not only your throat muscles, but also the arms for support. And round the back, press the waist into the ground. We're going to support the head again, lift the hips up, and then go back and forth here. Push and pull with your legs. Just go to the base of the rib cage and then to the top of the shoulders. And we can add flexion as you push away from your heels. And then as you bring your knees forward, lift your butt, drop your head, elbows wide, hang the head down. Lift the head, come forward, you're flexing the spine, curling the tail and the nose towards each other, across the front of your body, and into extension. As you lift your hips, drop your head, and the roller is right here under the top of your shoulders. Moving through this. Okay, and then we'll lower the hips down. And then come up to sitting and put the roller to the side. I need to layer off. Anyone else? You were smarter than I was and started with the layers off. All right, next into 100. Sit at the front of your mat. You can extend the arms forward. Begin curling the tail up, looking down. Roll your spine back. Imprint each inch, each vertebra into the mat one by one. The knees can pull in, the arms lengthen at your side, parallel to the ground, and extend the legs up if you wish. And we pump the arms, inhaling and exhaling. This wide chest, keep the weight across the scapula, across the hips. You breathe in fully and try to lengthen your spine, lifting the head up to the sky. Look down your nose into your belly as you exhale and watch the belly sink. So the body expands like a balloon as you breathe in, and it deflates like a balloon when you breathe out. In your mind, feel that pulsing of the body into expansion and contraction. The deeper breath in tries to get the air to the bottom of your lungs. That's where it has capacity. Exhale out and breathe what you can. There's still a reserve. Don't worry about that. So you're breathing in here deeply. Exhale completely. And let's go for 2 more breaths. Full breath in. Exhale, press it out. The legs at a height that is working for you. You want to feel your core, but not overdo it. And then we can pull the knees in and lay your feet down. Open the arms out to the side again. Be grounded. And bring your feet apart to the width of your mat, even a little wider if you wish. We'll let both knees slide to the right as you turn your head left. Exhale back to center. And then the knees slide over to the left as you turn your head and look to the right. Come back to center here. We'll do 1 more set. Our bodies start for rotation, right? This is something we don't often do in our normal routine. And here, let's take the knees to the left and look right. And then pull back to center. Close the feet together, close the knees together, and extend the legs forward and the arms back overhead for your roll up. You have the option to use weights in your hands or their band around your feet, but we're starting here, lifting the arms up the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, pull. Try to look evenly on the right and left side of your body. Step forward and over. If your feet are lifting when you come up, you may want to use one of the ankle weights here or in the closet. And then lift the tail through, roll your spine down, and put every single inch of your back. 1 inch, another 1, keep going down slowly with control, and the arms stretch behind you. We're lifting again. Tilting the head up, exhale, bending the spine, round forward, come up and curve the waist back. Pass over your own legs here and pull the head out towards the space between your thumbs as you curl the tail forward to the space between your heels. And then bring it on back. You want to first your shape when you're sitting on upright on your legs. Come all the way back down. Reach behind you. We'll do 1 more here. Lifting the arms, put their chest, exhale, big breath, expel the air out. Suck the waist back, make it a C curve shape. And then we're bringing it back again. Arms higher if you wish. Lower them as you need to. So you have control on the way down. You want to go down incrementally, no big chunks falling to the ground, almost accidentally. That would be a lack of control. And circle the arms around. So Joe Pilates, he didn't call his work the Pilates system, he called it contrology. So he was really a big believer in having the mind control what the body is doing at every moment of his routines. So from here, we'll grab hold of your TheraBands. Did everyone get one? The green ones are heavier, the reds are medium, the yellows are the light. So you choose accordingly. And then we'll take this band around your right foot. Set a band on the ball of the arch and roll back. And then we can lift the leg up to the sky, elbows down and plant it. So reach the leg here, bend the knee if you need to, stretch it back, whether it's straight or slightly bent. And then point the foot, reach up to the ball of the foot, your Barbie doll foot. And here we circle, inhale across the body and exhale, take it low. Exhale, rotate, bring it out to the side. The left side of the body is grounded, it's vaulted into the floor in your mind. And you stretch the leg across the body. Go low here, exhale, rotate now. It comes back up to neutral at the top of the movement. And keep pushing out into the bend of your foot. Let it give you a goal, a place to lengthen into, but also more support. The elbows are grounded, and you can let the forearms move in parallel with the movement of your leg. Let's go for one last one. The right hip is down as you bring the leg across. The left hip is down as the right leg reaches to the side. We'll come to the top, feel that stretch, and now reverse. Short inhale to start the movement, the circle, and exhale, go low. All the way around and up to the sky, end of the breath, the end of the exhale. You're happy, you're ready, you're joyful at that inhale, and then you pay the breath out a little bit at a time as you circle around and back up to the ceiling. So reach and press the opposite side of the body into the ground. Right? There's part of your body that's stable and part of your body that's mobile. With Pilates, we're also figuring out how we stabilize, how we mobilize without disturbing the part that is stable. Let's go for one more. You might just think of putting more weight in the left side of the body or sinking it into a hole, a ditch in the ground under your hip. We'll come all the way up to the top and now both ends of the band in that right hand. So you can rotate the leg externally, take it out to the side. Again, keep the left hip grounded. Maybe your hand on your hip bone to remind you to almost rotate to the left as the right leg moves right. You pull the leg back towards your shoulder, back towards your armpit. You do a little gentle rock there. And then exhale, we pull the leg up to the ceiling, use the upper inner thigh and the pelvic floor. And we'll switch hands into the bend in the left hand. Cross the leg over, you can spiral the head off, the waist off, and keep the shoulder blade down. And turn your head to look out at the extended right arm, which is perpendicular to your torso. Now pull that right leg close to the shoulder, your left shoulder. Rotate it internally. Bend the knee if you need to. Straighten it if you can. And think of a counter rotation through your upper back as opposed to your hip. Now exhale, we're going to roll down from the left shoulder to your waist, to the right glute, to lift the leg up and give that leg another little stretch here, pull it back. And then fold the knee into your chest, the band slides off. Hug the knee in, pull it as tight as you can. And then we'll extend that leg forward, shaking it out. Taking both legs out and then just relax and notice the difference in weight, length, energy, not just in your leg, but also in the two sides of your body. Next, we pull the left leg in. It feels a little inert compared to the other one, right? Time to wake up. So here we lift the leg up, we anchor the elbows down and forward to lengthen your neck. And you pull the heel up high. Sub point to the ball of the foot, toes off the bed. And you can lower the leg a little bit down. You have some freedom to move the hip joint. Cross the leg over, left leg reaches right. And exhale goes low. Exhaling, rotate all the way around. You're coming around, exhaling, 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 exhaling to the top. Short, deep inhale as you start the circle over to the right, and then swiftly go into the exhale. And just pay that breath out a little bit at a time so you come to the top before you run out of air. And you reach again. The longer the exhale, the more you'll feel the abdominal wall contraction. We want to pull that transverse abdominis tight and knit it together like an inner corset here. And reach. How's that stretch going for you, right? But pay attention to where you're stretching the body and where you're working it. The right side is sort of neutral as the leg goes left, the left side presses down as the left leg moves left. Now the right side sinks, it gets heavy, it works against the weight of the leg. Figuring this out and advancing the movement, right? So you want to anticipate where your weight will be and then work to transfer force in the opposite side of your body ahead of time, not after it's already there. So one last one, just keep lengthening that leg, pushing it further and further out into space. You're drawing a spiral in the air with the path of your leg. Come here to the top and reverse. Exhale. Bring it all the way down, around, and up to the ceiling, and reach again. It starts with an inhale and completes at the end of the exhalation at the top of the movement where you stretch your hamstrings, and reach again, right side heavy, and then move left with the leg. Left side heavy, and then move to the right with that left leg. Good. See if you can really feel that stretch even into your glute, into your lower back. As you pull the leg across the body and still keep it down, you would lessen the stretch if you lifted your hip. So here at the top, we're taking both ends of the band in the left hand, elbow grounded, and open the leg to the left, right hand to the right hip. You can look to the right. Try to keep the right side heavier. If you feel like you're tipping the body, the pelvis, you want to lift the left leg, ground yourself on the right side, and then bring the leg lower. So you want to be honest about the work you're feeling, and then rock the leg here gently. Nothing crazy. And then you'll exhale to bring the leg up to the ceiling, switch hands at 90 degrees at the top of the movement. And then we can extend the left arm and bring the leg across, spiraling up, hip waist ribs. Push the foot out towards the wall, each side. And now rotate the leg internally and pull it back towards the shoulder. Find a stretch that your body loves, that it wants to stay in and breathe into it. Then we exhale, we're coming down, right shoulder to the waist, to the glute. Lift the leg up. Give it another little stretch here before we pull it in. And then we'll embrace the knee in, bend up to the side. Pull the knee in tight to your chest one more time. And then extend that leg forward, shake out both legs. And then just enjoy the feeling of openness through your hips. See how you're nice and flat across the top of the hip bones and the top of the hip. So, all right. So here we'll pull one knee into your chest. We'll go to the back of the thigh. The other leg lifts up. And we inhale, lift the head, and exhale, roll forward for rolling with the ball. You can take the ball between your thighs, squeeze it in, edges of your feet together, elbows wide, hands to your shins, and suck the waist back as you pull the tail up. Inhale, we lift the tail, roll back only to the shoulder blades, and exhale forward and back up where you started. Make sure you have enough pad underneath you. Inhale to roll to your blades, head stays off the ground, keep looking down at your navel to ensure that it doesn't smack into the ground. You go back here and exhale forward to lift. And again, tail rises, pull the waist back. Exhale forward, up. And then one last time. All right, ball to the side. And we move into our ab series. So right leg pulls in, right hand on the ankle, left hand on the shin below the knee. Curl the tail up, start to roll back. The left leg will lift and push away as you control your descent to the upper ab curl. The knee pulls in tight. Now inhale, let's switch. Left leg in, right leg out, and switch again. Outside hand to the ankle. So it's your left hand to the left ankle, and then it'll be the right hand to the right ankle. You use the connection of your hand to your leg to come a little deeper into the upper ab curl, shoot the chest, look down your midline, and shoot the leg straight out of the socket, and then back in. We're going to pull the left leg in one more time, and then pull the right leg in to meet it, and stay here, upper ab curl, one hand to the chin. Arms and legs lift to the sky, stretch, exhale, circle the arms wide around as you pull the legs in. So we go first into a hammock position, hanging from fingers and toes, and then embrace it. Legs into your body, still looking down at your center. So reach. And exhale, pull it together. As you advance, the arms and legs go further out and flow, but you want to be sure that you're ready for that, right? You can start with your hands and legs straight up to the ceiling, and then still get the work in your core. Now here, rest your back and turn it easy from one side to the next. All right, the right leg is going up for scissors, hands as high on the calf as possible, left leg out and send your upper leg as you pull to your upper curl. Now you hold your body in the upper curl, you inhale to switch the legs, and then exhale to switch. The legs draw a beautiful arc in the air from the top of the sky all the way down towards the ground. You choose the level of the leg according to what feels right in your body. You always have the option here of laying it down, but if you do that, you keep the legs higher and don't go as low as the weight of your legs. We'll do one last one. And with the left leg up, both legs up, hands behind your head. We're really grateful for that, right? Pull the head up and the elbows down in the air. Now here, squeeze the legs together and you slide your feet forward very slowly, very carefully. Notice when the back wants to arch and you stop there and you exhale and bring the legs up. Good, and you press them forward again. Now there is already a natural arch in your spine. Maintain it and only go as low as you keep the pelvis level here on the mat. And you bring the legs up. You press the edges of the feet together. You keep pulling up with the head up and forward and down with the elbows. Exhale, find the breath to lift the legs. Notice that we're not just throwing the legs down and then throwing them up. You're really flipping this in both directions. And now we twist the right. Pilates we call elbow to knee. In the gyms they call it bicycle. So you shoot the leg forward. You keep the hip bone down on both sides of the body. You want to come up in your upper curl as well as finding the rotation. Watching your legs drift down wildly to the side. You want to keep the foot reaching straight out of the socket and pull it straight back in. Do one more set here. We're going to end twisting forward and up. With the left leg in, pull everything in and rest down. Okay, turn your head side to side. And we're rolling forward and up for spine stretch. Here, if your back line is tight, either low back or hamstrings or both, elevate your hips. You can come up and sit on the yoga block here, a book if you're watching this at home or in your yoga. So press the arms down, widen the collarbones, and lift the heart, eyes straight ahead. We look down, chin to chest, and then pull the back of the skull out, over and down, and curve. You're rounding your back as you pull forward with the head and the arms. The waist is pulling back. And then press down with your heels and stack the spine from the bottom to the top. As you lift your gaze, lift the chest, right between the arms. And then we look down again. Exhale all the way out, over and down. Curve your body forward here. Stretch it long. Press down and then stack up, like you're zipping your back up that imaginary wall. Actually, this exercise to practice at a real wall. So you can get that feedback from the wall surface. That you love. Press down. You're going to come up and balance right on top of your sits bones. Bend your knees if you need to find that little arch in the mid-back. And last time to go over again. C-curve spine as you dive forward. Hold the breath. Once you're done, hold it. Hold the pose and breathe. Yes, I wanted to say hold the thought of breathing here. And then we pull the legs in, come to the front foot of your mat. Open leg balance. Hands to the like just above the ankle on the shin. Easier to hold your hands here at your thighs if you need that. Choose that option. So you're looking down your upper curl and the pelvic tuck, and the right leg extends up. Then stretch the leg, keep it sort of narrow in line with your shoulder, and then exhale, pull it back. And now the left. Your hand can slide a little to the outside of the leg as you extend the leg up, and then it rolls more to the top and inside of the leg as you pull the foot down. So here we go for the right, extending it again. And then bring it down slowly. You're holding that balance position here. And then for the left, reach up and lift. And exhale, pull it back. Very nice. And then both legs extend up. Try to make it a little narrow. and then pull it back in. Now, as your legs go up, you can slide your hands like more to the back of the cat. That'll be a little more supportive. And then you can still slide your hands around to the top of the shins as you pull the legs back down. One more to go up. And hold it here. Narrow the legs if they're wide. Look at your abs, we're rolling. So you lift the tail, roll back just the shoulder blades. Sit up your head, exhale, come forward to balance. Yeah, good. That's tricky, right? But use just enough breath to bring you forward and up to where you can find that balance position. It doesn't happen immediately, right? Don't look up at your feet, look down at your abs, and that should help. So rolling here. Also, we're centered. You want to think straight line here. The path of the spine down the mat and then up the mat. You don't want to be staring to the right or to the left. Okay, and then once we're up, bend the knees, lower your feet, and we'll roll it back down. So let's bring the arms forward, legs in parallel. Imagine holding a ball here in your hands and then tuck it down and bring your body down one vertebra at a time. Curving into the mat here. We use the transitions to still work our bodies. And then now we're going to fold the knees into your chest and lift the legs up to the ceiling for corkscrew. So let's go ahead here. First, we're going to keep the pelvis grounded. So think as you bring both feet over to the right, you're pressing down into your left hip. Small circle here, size of a small watermelon around, or even a cantaloupe, right? Coming over to the left and the right hip is down, and then you bring the legs up to the sky again. Bend your knees if you need to. You don't want to have the feet going too low and going into your low back, right? So it's better to have the legs vertical, even if the knees are bent at the top of this movement. We alternate direction each time. All right, after you complete it, right to left, left to right, we'll bring both knees into your chest, hug them in for a sec. And now we're going to practice your TikTok or windshield wiper. So we'll lift the legs up to the ceiling. And let's go ahead and take the feet over to your right and allow your hip to lift. The left hip. Really press to the right arm. See how far you go without lifting that left shoulder blade. Exhale and pull it up. Take your time. You're going to feel that work in your oblique abdominals. And now we're taking the legs over to the left to pick the right hip up. You can look over your right shoulder. Now hold, then press into the ground with your arms, especially the left one, as you pull the right hip down, lifting the legs up to the sky. So we're going over to the side, but notice how controlled it is. You're not just like flapping your legs from one side to the other. We're using the center, the oblique abdominals in particular, to tip the pelvis from one side to the other. And then get that massage across the sacrum and the SI joints across the midline. Right? Bend your knees if you need a little, press there. One more time, over to the right. Then look away, really press with the right arm. Exhale to pull it back, and now once more to the left. Take it over. Exhale, bring it back. And then pull the knees into your chest and brace it in. So the reason I want to do that is we're going to do a little bit of the corkscrew using that tip through the hips and going into a little bit bigger circle with your legs. If you want, you can do this with your TheraBand around your feet, but you still have to feel that work in your core, right? So if we're using the band, you take the band around both feet, lift the legs up to the ceiling, anchor your elbows at your side low, and maybe bring the elbows a little bit out to the side so there's some room here. So you're going to tip the left hip up, bringing the legs to the right, circles around, not too big, not too low, but then you can go a little bit wider out to the left so the right hip is off the ground, come back to center, and then once you center, reverse. So the right hip comes across the body to bring your legs to the left, and then you circle around. It's more of an oval, actually. Almost is kind of like the cat side, I think, here. Come around the curve on the right side of your body, and then pull it back to center. So we circle to the right, lifting the left hip, and then exhale, reach it out long, pull it around, and back to center. If you want to try it without the band, I know some of the people here are already doing that, and it looks great too. But be sure you maintain control And if you did practice with the band, it's going to be a little less range of motion when you go without the band. Everyone feel their core working now? Yes. All right, so fold the knees in. And we'll roll forward and up, come up to sitting for soft. Voice up and the legs extend out. You can elevate your hips if that's more comfortable and you get more movement in your spine. So arms are forward, a little bit in front of the chest wall. And then we rotate to the right and drag over the back of the hand, left hand to the outside of the right leg. And try to pull your right shoulder up and back, looking behind you where the hand should be. Maybe you still can't see it. And then we can lift to come up. And then center. By the way, I've never seen my hand because my hand keeps trying to escape my view. So, and that's what gives you that more rotation, right? Have you ever seen your hand like that?
Yeah, now I can't.
Lift to come up and center. And then to the other side, dive over and reach the arms long behind you. Press down to your boots and swings. Feel the diagonal stretch into your back, come up high, and again we twist and dive. Lift to come up, center, and then we can lower the arms down. All right, onto our stomachs here for some swan. All right, so you want to be long for your body here. And we're going to lay down on our chest, hands by the armpit, elbows back and up. Now first you pull the mat towards your feet, feel that lengthening of your body forward, just bring your head just forward. You can come up, lifting the upper back, pull the shoulder blades down and bring the elbows together and low by your waist. And then release the upper body down. Again, we're working sequentially here. So the head starts the movement. It's like you scoop the air up with your nose, bring your gaze forward, pull your chest forward, come up, and then release it down like someone's ironing you out from your tailbone, up your back, into your down in a plank and floating off the ground. One more like this. Now, people have different amounts of extension. This is not my body's favorite movement, but so for some of you, it will get really high. For others, you might just barely float off the mat. One thing to remember in this exercise is that you want to really pull forward. So you want to feel that stretch in the front line of your body as you're coming up into extension. And even if you try it propped up on your elbows, which we'll use for the next exercise anyway, just press your fists into the ground, pull the elbows back, and pull the chest forward and the eyes up. And if you're anchored here through the front of the pelvis or the pubic bone, you should really feel that stretch from there all the way up towards your jaw. We're looking for that stretch in the abdominal wall, not just the muscles, but the skin. Are you gonna feel it? And then we have the legs in parallel, a little apart. We're gonna kick the right heel in, 1, 2, and then lower down, another left. This is called single leg kick. 2 beats, but 1 leg at a time. So we pulse and pulse, and you're pressing the front of the pelvis into the ground. Imagine that whole pelvic girdle very heavy, like it's filled with concrete, even water, can weigh a lot. And then you're trying to stretch away from it while keeping that part grounded. Like we said earlier, what is stable, what is moving? The legs are moving, the pelvis is still. Now this will also help open up your hips. If your hips are really tight, you get a little bobbling of the butt here. And that will dissipate once you continue with not chest opening, but hip opening exercises. Now the arms are still active, right? You're pushing down and you're pulling back with your triceps. We'll end with the kick to the left. And then here, let's see what the time is. We're going to sit back in the child's pose. So we'll skip the double leg kick for today. Ground your back, stretch it out with the head hanging low. And stack your spine from the bottom to the top. All right, shoulder bridge will feel great about now. We're going to do a version with some kicks. So you can roll back down onto your mat here. Lay your head down and the feet 8 to 10 inches maybe from your sits bones, feet are parallel. And we press with the arms, shoulders are reaching forward away from your ears, away from your neck. Begin with the pelvic tuck. So you think of the tail moving forward and up as the waist presses down. Now slide the knees forward, that the knees are trying to reach over your toes. Lift the hips. We can come first into just a plank where it's like a straight line from your knees to your hip bones, to your chest, to your shoulders. Keep the gaze up and centered here. Now, if you wanted to go a little higher into more extension to the back, roll slightly to the outer arm, push the top of the shoulders down, push through your arms and your feet, and then lift the chest higher, and then use your glutes to push the butt up higher as well, opening the hip more. And now from here, we'll slightly roll to the inner arm. Let the shoulders at the top curl up slightly, feel the blades move apart and sideways, and you drape your spine down between those scapula. Move down through the lower ribs, move down through the waist, move down through the hips, the sacrum, the tail. It settles, and you're really rocking the pelvic girdle here on your femur heads, the top of your leg bones, your thigh bones. And we'll do that again. So you can push down and even forward with the heel of your hand as you start that tuck. And then we move the tail forward and up, and all the way up into the plank or into extension. From here, you're going to cantilever it off your left side. You're going to pull the right knee up and try to keep lifting through that right knee to keep the right butt cheek in the air, right? The glute is suspended. And then we're just going to lower that leg down. So first marching. Extend into the right foot, get more support under that right glute. And now we're going to press with the arms and pull the left knee in. Pick the knee up, lift the left hip. And then you can lower the foot. Press down through both feet, square the pelvis off in case that left hip fell even slightly. And we're doing that again. So marching in slow motion, we pick up the knee, we lift the knee to keep lifting the pelvic girdle on the right side up. Don't let your left knee fall out to the side. Feel the work on the inside of your left leg. Hold that position to build strength into it, and then lower the foot down. Press down in your right foot, equal weight across of it. And then pull the left knee in. Lift the knee up, lift the left hip up, push down into the left shoulder, both arms press into the floor. And then we're lowering the knee, the foot, keeping the hip up in the air. And now with both feet grounded, let the shoulders shrug up a little bit, roll slightly to the inner arm, curve your back down into the mat. Come all the way down, release the tail at the very end. Yes, feel that strength? You're really supporting yourself in your back line. Now we're coming up again to add a little kick. So we pull back with the heels, pull forward with the tail, slide the knees forward, coming up. Let's find the plank, find the extension, so you have major support from the back line of your body. Pull the right knee into your chest, lift the foot, extend the leg. And you point the foot to bring the leg down, keep trying to lift the hip up, exhale to lift it. So again, point to go down. I forgot to say, I forgot to do, flex to lift it up. One more, point, reach it out. It may just go a couple inches down, it might go all the way to the ground. Flex up, now point the foot, bend the knee, lift the hip, lower the foot, press the floor down, square off the pelvis now. And we're pulling the left knee in. Extend the leg up. Point, lower the leg down, lifting with the foot, press the sky, flex, and bring that up. With the heel to lift the pelvic half. Point. Reach down the arm. Okay, go down the rainbow front and up the rainbow here. One more time, draw that arc in the air. Flex and lift it. Point the foot, and the knee, lift up with the knee. Push the foot down into the floor. Lift both hips. Roll to the inner arm and work your spine down. Come all the way down slowly here until the tail settles and sinks. Bye, Jen. Thanks for coming to class. And now just open the arms out to the side, rock your knees from side to side, turn your head the other direction. A lot of work through that back line. And then let's pull the knee into your chest and roll forward and up, come out. I'm going to go in a slight diagonal here. And we're working into some of the teaser. We're going to use the TheraBands for the exercise. So you'll take your bands around your feet, around the ball of the feet and the arch. Choke up on the bands, pretty tight. Now from here, you can curl the tail up, bring your legs up, and hold that tight. Yep. And now from here, we're just going to, I say just, it's hard, elbows wide. You're gonna slide the feet a little bit forward and hold the C curve of your spine. Take the legs out as far as you can keep the pelvic tuck, and then pull the legs back in. Nice. And then press it away again. Try not to fall back with your torso. It's harder when you're not holding the band. Right? So you reach out, you try to stabilize your upper body as you move the lower part of the body, your legs back and forth. And then one more. Now pull the knees in, lower the band, still onto the back of your thighs. Toes up. For women, it's like toes at eye level. That's usually where we find our balance point. So as you slide the legs forward a bit, you still can have the support of your legs. Don't go too far. This is, I think, a little less supportive than the band. And can you keep your torso still as you stretch the legs out and away and then pull it back in. One more like that. You're challenging your ability to stabilize one part of your body and move another part, and still working into that core. Good. Feet down, knees open, duck forward, stretch out your spine. Good job on those. So we're doing the reverse now. We're going to move the upper body. So again, let's use the band. Now this one's tricky, and when you want to start practicing it at home, or even now, it's more helpful to start with your feet against the wall. So that could be an option. So again, we're going to tuck, lift the legs up, elbows wide, hold the feet where they are, start to curve the tail up, roll over your sacrum, towards your hips, and then lift your head and chest and pull your body towards your legs. Okay. So we roll the tail up, look down at your abs, curve your back. You definitely don't want to arch back. You want to imprint your spine, and then lift and pull it up, pull the abdominals. Yeah, that's great. Try it at the wall. It's perfect. And one more time like this. Really straight into the center here, into your core, and then we can lower that down. All right. So again, open the knees, dive your hip down, stretch the inner thighs, and stretch your lower back. I would still use the band, right? And the thing with your feet are on the wall, if they're too high up, you're just going to fall backwards. So, yeah, but a good way to practice this moving forward. All right, so from here, going into some planks. So we'll start with quadruped here. Now, what's useful in doing with this flying table plank is if you think about pulling your right heel of your hand diagonally towards your left knee, and then pull your left knee diagonally towards your right hand. See if you can feel, like if you're tightening up that line right here between the hand and the knee, if you can feel the muscles engage in your oblique line of your abdominals and diagonally across your back. Feel that? And then push them away, and now let's try the other side. So pull the left, like the base of your thumb, towards the right knee, and then the right knee towards the base of your left thumb. And you should feel the muscle connection here, like in your tricep and your lat, and into your oblique abdominals. So this becomes useful when we extend the right leg back and lift the leg up, pull that right hand towards the left leg, and then you should be able to pick the other arm up, the left arm up, and bring it forward. And feel like you have some control over the situation because your abdominal muscles are helping you here. And then lower the knee, lower the hand. And we can go into the other side. So first stretch the left leg back. Pick up the leg, you're pulling left hand towards right knee, vice versa. And then the right arm extends out. Reach your head long, so look at the floor. Reach your tail in the other direction. Press the floor down with that left hand. Get them to lift into the right serratus, right by the armpit there. And then we can lower the knee and lower the hands. Now wag your tail side to side and look for your tail. Like you're a puppy. Knowing you have a tail, they can't quite find it. This is one of the Pilates cats exercises that came from Cathy Raymond, one of Joe Pilates' students and a talented teacher at Tisch School of the Arts in New York. Also someone who co-founded the Dance Theater of Harlem. She had a whole series of cat exercises, which we'll play with at another time when we have more time. All right, so great job for today. Thank you so much. I appreciate your coming. By the way, I'm teaching Saturday here for the Garden Weekend. Yeah, so 3 o'clock here. If anyone is free, I know I probably have a lot going on, but if anyone's free, you can come to class. I'd love it.